My fiancée kept saying, my ex would have handled this better. Every time we had a disagreement. After the 10th time, I responded, sounds like you chose poorly. Then I handed her his number and took back the wedding ring. Her shock when I added, feel free to call him. You're single now. I, 32 male, proposed to my fiancée, 29, 8 months ago. We've been together for 3 years, and I genuinely thought she was it. The proposal was at her favorite restaurant, nothing crazy expensive, but meaningful. She cried, said yes, posted about it immediately. Her family loved me. My family loved her. Everything seemed perfect. Then wedding planning started. That's when her ex became the third person in our relationship. Not physically. The dude lived 2 states away, but she brought him up constantly. At first, I thought it was just nervous chatter. Then it became a pattern. My ex would have picked the outdoor venue. My ex always knew exactly what to say when I was stressed. My ex would have handled this differently. The first few times, I let it slide. She dated him for 4 years before we met. I figured she was just processing old memories or whatever. But by the 5th comparison, I was getting irritated. Babe, can we not bring him up during our wedding planning? She'd rolled her eyes. I'm just saying he had good taste. Relax. By the 8th time, I'd started keeping count. Probably petty, but it helped me stay sane. She compared me to him over everything. How I drove, how I organized groceries, how I handled her mother's passive-aggressive comments. Always my ex would have this or that. The 10th time happened 3 weeks ago. We were at the tuxedo fitting place. I tried on 3 different styles. She kept saying they all looked fine, but didn't seem excited about any of them. Finally picked one I liked, classic black, nothing wild. As we're walking out, she says it. You know, my ex would have gone with the gray. He always had better fashion sense. Something in me just snapped. Not angry snapped. More like clarity snapped. I stopped walking. Sounds like you chose poorly then, I said calmly. She looked confused. What? I reached into my wallet, pulled out my phone. What's his number? Whose number? Your ex. The one who handles everything better than me. She started laughing nervously. What are you talking about? Don't be ridiculous. I'm serious. What's his number? I open my contacts. You bring him up constantly. Clearly, you made a mistake leaving him. So let's fix that. Her smile faded. You're being crazy right now. Give me his number, I repeated. She actually told me. Probably thought I was bluffing. I added it to my contacts, then forwarded it to her phone. There. Feel free to call him. Then I took her left hand and removed the engagement ring. Her jaw dropped. What are you doing? You're single now, I said. Go be with someone who handles things better than me. Good luck. I walked to my car, drove home, and blocked her number. The whole drive, my hand was shaking. Not from anger, from relief. Like I've been holding my breath for months and finally exhaled. That was 3 weeks ago. This is the aftermath. Update 1. The first few days were quiet. Too quiet. I figured she was processing or telling her friends I'd lost it. Then the call started. Not from her number. I blocked that. From her sister's phone. From her mom's phone. For her best friend's phone. I didn't answer any of them. If they wanted to talk, they could leave a voicemail. They did. Oh boy, did they. Her sister's message. What the hell is wrong with you? She's devastated. She was joking about her ex. You can't just break up with someone over that. Call her back. Her mom's message. This is incredibly immature behavior. My daughter deserves better than this childish reaction. You need to apologize and return her ring. Her best friend's message. Dude, she's been crying for 3 days. She didn't mean anything by those comments. You're throwing away a good thing over nothing. The audacity. Over nothing? I'd counted 10 separate occasions where she'd told me someone else would have been better. But sure, I'm the crazy one. I didn't respond to any of them. Instead, I focused on practical matters. Started calling wedding vendors. Here's what I found out. I'd put down the deposits. All of them. Venue deposit, $3,000 in my name. Photographer deposit, $1,500 in my name. Caterer deposit, $2,000 in my name. DJ deposit, $500 in my name. Total, $7,000 of my money holding our canceled wedding together. She'd been too busy to handle the financial side, so I'd taken care of it. Big mistake, apparently. I started cancellation calls Monday morning. The venue was surprisingly understanding. Is there an issue with the date? The coordinator asked. Wedding's not happening, I said simply. Can I get my deposit back? She checked their contract. Turns out, cancellations more than 6 months out get 50% back. We've been 8 months out. I got $1,500 back. The photographer was more complicated. Her contract said no refunds within 6 months. But since we were 8 months out, she agreed to return $1,000 if she could rebook the date. The caterer kept everything. Apparently their contract was ironclad. The DJ refunded the full $500. So out of $7,000, I got back $3,000. Still lost $4,000, but better than losing all of it plus my sanity staying in that relationship. Started the process of returning the ring. I bought it from a local jeweler, not a chain. They had a 90-day return policy for store credit only. The 90 days had passed. I'd had the ring for 10 months, proposed 2 months after buying it. So I was stuck with a $6,000 ring I couldn't return. Great. Then my ex-fiancée, weird to say that, figured out I was canceling everything. How? Her mom called the venue to check on details and found out I'd canceled. That's when her mom called me directly from a different number. I answered thinking it was work. You canceled the wedding without even discussing it with my daughter? She yelled. We broke up, I said calmly. There's nothing to discuss. You broke up with her over a misunderstanding. She's willing to forgive you if you apologize. I actually laughed. She's willing to forgive me? For what? Breaking up with her after she spent months telling me her ex was better. She was just nervous about the wedding. Women do that. Not the women I want to marry, I said. Look, the deposits were in my name. I'm handling the cancellations. She's free to plan a new wedding with someone who handles things better. Maybe her ex. Her mom lost it. Started screaming about how I'd manipulated her daughter, isolated her, wasted her time. I hung up, blocked that number too. But the drama was just starting. That evening, my ex showed up at my apartment. I have a doorbell camera, new install from last year. She was standing there with her sister, both looking angry. I spoke through the intercom. What do you want? We need to talk, she said. No, we don't. We're done. You can't just cancel everything without consulting me. I paid for everything. I can cancel it. Her sister jumped in. The ring is hers. You gave it to her. She's keeping it. That made me laugh. Actually, legally, in our state, an engagement ring is a conditional gift. Condition being marriage. No marriage, ring comes back. She already gave it back, so we're good. I looked this up, by the way. Spent a whole evening researching engagement ring laws. You're being a petty asshole. Her sister yelled. Maybe, I agreed. But I'm a single petty asshole now. Please leave. They stood there for another 10 minutes, her ex-fiancé crying, her sister yelling. Finally left when I said I'd call the cops for trespassing. The next day, I got a text from a number I didn't recognize. Hey man, this is the ex. She called me crying. What's going on? Oh, this was gold. I replied. She's single. Told her she made a mistake leaving you. You two should reconnect. 3 dots appeared, then disappeared. Then, dude, I'm married. I don't know what she told you, but we broke up 5 years ago, and I moved on. Not interested in revisiting that. I screenshot it. Good to know. She's been comparing me to you for months. Thought maybe you were the one that got away. Nah, man, we were toxic together. I'm happy where I am. Good luck with whatever this is. I sent the screenshot to one person, our mutual friend who'd been in my proposal. The one who'd seen how happy she'd seemed. He'd been asking what happened. I sent him the screenshot with context. This is the ex she's been telling me would handle everything better. He's married and not interested. My friend replied, holy crap. She really said that stuff? 10 times. I counted. Dude, you made the right call. Update 2. Things escalated fast after that. My ex-fiancée found out I'd contacted her ex. How? Because she'd apparently been texting him too, and he told her I'd reached out. She lost it. Started a group text with me, her mom, her sister, and her best friend. I hadn't blocked the best friend yet. You contacted my ex. You're stalking me. This is harassment. I replied once. You gave me his number. Remember? When I asked for it so you could call him. He texted me first, by the way. Also, he's married. You're welcome for the closure. Then I left the group chat. Her mom sent individual texts. You're ruining her life. She can't sleep. She can't eat. This is abuse. I didn't respond. I was done engaging. But she wasn't done. Next move, she tried to claim the ring was rightfully hers. Sent me a long text from yet another number about how, in some states, engagement rings are unconditional gifts, and she was going to fight me for it. I replied with a link to our state's law and a photo of the ring sitting on my counter. Already researched it. Ring's mine. Stop contacting me. She ignored that. Then came the financial reality check. She'd started calling vendors herself, trying to get her half of deposits back. The venue coordinator called me. Your ex-fiancée called demanding we return her portion of the deposit. I explained to the contract holder and already received the refund. She's threatening to sue us. I sighed. She wasn't on any contracts. She can't sue you. I'm sorry she's bothering you. The photographer called with a similar story. So did the DJ. She was going nuclear, calling everyone we'd booked, claiming I'd stolen her wedding. The problem? She hadn't paid for any of it. Apparently, she'd been telling people she'd contributed thousands. But I had bank records. Every deposit was from my account. Every vendor contract had my name, my card, my signature. She planned the aesthetic parts, colors, flowers, decor, but zero financial contribution. Then her nuclear option. She filed a police report claiming I'd stolen the engagement ring. 2 cops showed up at my door on a Tuesday evening. Sir, we receive a report that you're in possession of a ring belonging to someone else. I showed them everything. The receipt in my name. The text where she'd given it back. Photos of the ring on my counter. The state law about conditional gifts. The older cop looked at his partner. This is civil, not criminal. We can't do anything. They left. I got a case number for the unfounded report in case I needed it later. But wait, there's more. She convinced her dad to call me. Her dad, who I'd always gotten along with, who'd shaken my hand at the proposal and said, "Welcome to the family." He called from his cell. Son, I think you're making a mistake. She loves you. She just has a bad habit of bringing up the past. We all do that. With respect, sir, I don't bring up my exes to her constantly. She did 10 times. That's not a habit. That's disrespect. She's willing to go to couples counseling. We're not a couple anymore. I'm sorry, but this is final. He tried the guilt trip. You're breaking her heart. She's had to tell everyone the wedding's off. Do you know how embarrassing that is? I imagine it's as embarrassing as being told repeatedly that someone else would be better at being her fiancé. I said. He went quiet. She really said that? 10 times. Documented. He sighed. I'll talk to her. Appreciate it, but it won't change anything. Take care. Hung up. My revenge, if you can call it that, wasn't about destroying her. It was about being completely, utterly unmoved by all the manipulation. Every guilt trip, every threat, every crying voicemail went unanswered. I blocked numbers as they came. I documented everything: texts, voicemails, doorbell camera footage, police report numbers. I wasn't mean or petty in my responses, just factual and final. The ring situation resolved itself weirdly. After 2 weeks of her claiming she deserved it, I posted it for sale online. Listed it for $4,500, taking a $1,500 loss, but whatever. Within 3 days, I had a buyer. Some guy proposing to his girlfriend of 6 years. I met him at a coffee shop, showed him the ring, the original receipt, everything. He paid cash. I signed a bill of sale. Done. Took photos of everything from my records in case my ex tried to claim I'd sold her ring. When she found out her sister somehow saw the listing before I took it down, she absolutely spiraled. Sent messages from her cousin's phone. You sold MY ring. That was mine. I'm suing you. I replied with the state statute again, the police report number from her false claim, and the bill of sale. It was legally mine. It's sold. Stop contacting me or I'm filing for a restraining order. That shut her up for about 2 days. Then she tried a different approach, showed up at my workplace. My office has a reception area. She told the receptionist she was my fiancée and needed to see me urgently. The receptionist, bless her, called me first. There's a woman here claiming to be your fiancée. Ex-fiancée. We broke up. I don't want to see her. Should I call security? Please. Security escorted her out. She made a scene. crying about how I was being cruel, how she just wanted to talk. They didn't care. She wasn't on any visitor list. She tried to lie her way in. They banned her from the building. My boss heard about it. Small office, word travels. Called me in. Everything okay? I explained briefly. Broke off engagement. She's not handling it well. Had to have her removed. He was cool about it. Let us know if she shows up again. Update 3. The final phase of this disaster came when mutual friends started taking sides. The friend I'd sent the screenshot to? He told others. Soon, people were asking questions. Why did we break up? Who ended it? What happened? My ex was telling everyone I'd abandoned her over a minor argument, that I was controlling and unstable, that she was devastated. But people who knew us both started connecting dots. 3 different friends reached out privately. Hey, she always did bring up her ex a lot, didn't she? I remember at your engagement party. She told that story about her ex's proposal being more romantic. Dude, at the rehearsal dinner planning, she mentioned him like 5 times. They noticed. They just not said anything, because who wants to be that person? The breaking point for her came when one of her own friends switched sides. Her college roommate called me out of nowhere. I need to tell you something. She's been doing this for your entire relationship, constantly comparing you to him. I told her months ago to stop. She said she couldn't help it. I'm sorry I didn't say something sooner. This friend then told others. Her narrative crumbled fast. Her best friend, the one who'd been team ex-fiancé, called me. I owe you an apology. I talked to her ex. He told me what she'd been saying to you. That's not okay. She made it sound like you left her over nothing. Appreciate that, I said. But I'm not interested in relitigating this. I'm moving forward. Understood. Just wanted you to know. The real consequence hit when she actually tried to reconnect with her ex. Remember him? The married one? She apparently found his wife on social media and sent her a message. Something about unfinished business and needing closure. The wife screenshot it and sent it to him. He sent it to me with a message. Your ex is insane. Blocking her everywhere. Sorry you dealt with this. Her ex's wife then posted it publicly. Names blurred but context clear about the audacity of exes who can't let go. It went semi-viral in their area. Several mutual friends recognized the situation. My ex got dragged in the comments. People calling her desperate, delusional, homewrecker. She deleted all her social media within 24 hours. Her family tried one last guilt trip. Her mom and sister showed up at my apartment again. This time I didn't answer the intercom. Just watched them on the camera, recorded them banging on the door for 15 minutes, and sent the footage to my lawyer friend asking about restraining orders. He sent them a cease and desist letter. $350 for the letter, worth every penny. They stopped showing up. The financial reality hit her hard too. Turns out, she'd been telling people she'd contributed half to wedding costs. When people asked for their gifts back, since no wedding, she had to explain she couldn't return anything because she hadn't bought anything. Several people asked me directly. I sent them copies of receipts showing I'd paid for everything. Her reputation in our friend's circle tanked. Last I heard through the grapevine, she moved back in with her parents. The apartment we'd been living in? That was mine too. Lisa, my name. I'd been paying rent since before we moved in together. She'd contributed to utilities, but not rent. When we broke up, she had to find a new place. Apparently couldn't afford the kind of place she wanted on her salary alone. Her sister posted something vague about helping family through hard times. 3 months later, I'm doing fine. Sold the ring, recovered some deposits, kept my apartment. The $4,000 I lost on wedding deposit stings, but it's cheaper than a divorce would have been. Way cheaper than years of being compared to someone else. I've been on a few dates. Nothing serious, but it's nice to meet people who don't bring up their exes every 5 minutes. The lasting damage for her isn't just a broken engagement. It's the reputation. People know now. They know she couldn't let go of her ex. They know she disrespected me repeatedly. They know she tried to manipulate the breakup narrative and got caught. They know she tried to interfere in her ex's marriage. That stuff doesn't just go away. Her ex blocked her everywhere after the wife incident. Her friends are split. Some stuck by her, some didn't. Her family's angry at me, but they're also apparently angry at her for losing a good man. Her dad told her mutual friend he'd warned her about the ex comparisons months ago. She didn't listen. As for me, I learned something valuable. When someone tells you who they are, believe them. She told me repeatedly, in 10 separate occasions, that she thought someone else would be better. I finally believed her and stepped aside. The ring's gone. The wedding's canceled. The relationship's over. And honestly, I feel lighter than I have in a year. To anyone wondering if I have regrets, nah, breaking up was the right move. Maybe the dramatic handoff of her ex's number was petty. Maybe I could have been more graceful. But after months of feeling inadequate, of being told someone else would be better, I don't regret making it crystal clear that I was done. She wanted her ex? I gave her permission. He wasn't interested. That's not my problem. She can spend the rest of her life wondering why she couldn't appreciate what she had. Meanwhile, I'm out here living my life, free from comparisons to people who aren't even in the picture. The best revenge wasn't anything I did to her. It was just refusing to play the game. She wanted drama, tears, begging, a big reconciliation scene. I gave her cancellations, block numbers, and boundary enforcement. She wanted control of the narrative. I gave her receipts and screenshots. She wanted to make me the villain. I gave her the truth and let people decide for themselves. 3 months out, I'm not angry anymore. Not bitter. Just relieved. Relieved I found out before the wedding. Relieved I had the guts to walk away. Relieved I don't have to hear about how someone else would have done it better ever again. So yeah, that's the story. Break off engagement? Absolutely. If your partner makes it clear your second choice. Cancel a wedding you paid for? When you're not getting married anymore, yeah. Enforce boundaries when they try to manipulate you back? Every single time. The ring's sold, the deposits are partially recovered, and I'm moving on. She's welcome to find someone who handles things better than me. Genuinely, I hope she does. Maybe she'll appreciate them. Maybe she'll learn from this. Or maybe she'll spend her 30s comparing her next relationship to me the way she compared me to her ex. Either way, not my circus anymore. Not my problem.